Howdy, listeners. Welcome to Horse-Powered Games, the show where horse is the name and car is the game. I'm Matt, and I've been a cumulonimbus cloud for 2 weeks.
I'm a partridge in a pear tree named Ben.
So, Ben, what's the episode today? What are we doing today?
What are we doing today? You're going right into it, huh?
I guess so. Am I missing something?
No. No, this is fine. Do you mean like what the show is about or just what we're talking about today, I guess?
Who's our victim today?
Our victim? Well, I guess that would be a very apt way of saying it. Today we're going to be talking about Toy Story 2 Buzz to the Rescue for the PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I thought since it's the holidays, this is coming out on Christmas Eve, that we should talk about toys, you know?
Very fitting.
That's the one thing that people are really worried about this time of year is toys. Yeah.
They'll kill each other to get one.
This is true.
So I've never heard of this game.
You've never heard of this game?
No, I've never heard of this game. I've never seen anything from this game. I'm assuming that it's just Toy Story 2, but you play as Buzz.
Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue is a 3D platforming collectathon released in 1999 on the Nintendo 64, PlayStation, Microsoft Windows, and Macintosh.
Now, I got a question. What's a collectathon?
All right, so a 3D collectathon, it's kind of a niche genre because 3D platformers, you know, it's just a platformer, but with 3 dimensions. But a collectathon is a type of a 3D platformer where in order to progress, you have to collect items. So for example, with Super Mario 64, you collect coins, you can get a star from that. You also can get the 8 red coins to get a star. And level stars just end the level usually.
I see.
With Banjo-Kazooie, there's the jiggies. You also collect the music notes along the way, as well as Jinjos and stuff like that.
Okay, so what are we collecting in this game?
All right, so
coins.
I just want to preface with I'm really surprised that you haven't heard of this game because, like, if from what I can tell, it's like a very well-loved game that came out.
Well, okay. See, one of the reasons why I probably don't know of it is because when it came out, 1999, 2000 era, I was 1.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't have the time to come to love it as so many other people have.
Yeah, that, you know, I should have probably considered that. When
I was baby?
I was a little kid. Yes, when I was baby. When I was a little kid, I was absolutely obsessed with Toy Story, mainly Buzz Lightyear. I wanted to be an astronaut when I grew up.
That's cool.
And Buzz Lightyear was one of the reasons why. So, for those of you at home who don't know about this, I am autistic, so I have special interests every once in a while, and this kind of plays into some of mine. When I was a kid, I really loved Buzz Lightyear. I would call myself Buzz Lightyear in class. Like, when the teacher was doing roll call in pre-K,
yeah,
they'd say, "What's your name?" And I'd be like, Buzz Lightyear.
Dude, I would want to be friends with you. I'd be like,
I'm happy to hear that.
I mean, when I was a kid, we were doing like Beyblades and stuff, but I think there were definitely some times where we like pretended to be Pokemon and stuff. So, dude,
my class was all about Mega Man. I liked Beyblade, but nobody else did for some reason. So I didn't get to play with anyone. I just played with them on the kitchen floor with myself after I built them. So in this game, back on track. In this game,
yeah.
So you're obviously familiar with Toy Story, right?
Yes, it's about toys and they come to life and they fight and kill.
I don't know about
they kill.
Sometimes, but anyway.
Like I can't. I mean, they do kill. I've seen it.
I've seen a couple I actually watched a clip earlier where someone got killed in Toy Story, but anyway, that's besides the point.
It's crazy that they're still rated PG with all the murder and violence that happens in it.
That's where the P part comes in. They have to have parental guidance.
P for precaution.
Yes. P for careful. P for precious eyes should not see this. Oh no.
P for
watch out. Yes. So as I'm sure you're aware, in the first one, they go to Pizza Planet.
They do.
Which is like Chuck E. Cheese, but like a million times better.
Yeah. With a planet theme.
So you were right asking earlier if it's basically just Toy Story 2, but a video game. You're following the events from Buzz's point of view, where he is trying to rescue Woody. However, the main collectible in this game, for some odd reason, is Pizza Planet tokens.
Oh, okay.
You have to get at least one Pizza Planet token to go to the next level. You don't even need to get all the Pizza Planet tokens, but there's 5 in every level, and there's different challenges you need to do. So usually there's like a platforming challenge where there's like a really tall part of the level that you need to get to the top of, and there's a boss at the top. Yes. Except, well...
Buzz parkour. Well, he can fly, right? Kind of.
So here's how it works. Buzz, he can just run around, and that's fine.
Like a regular
he can
human.
Jump and like a regular man.
Like a
he can also he has a double jump, and what's really cute is when he does his second jump, his wings kind of jut out a little bit, and then they go back in, and it makes like a little spring noise. It's pretty cute. You have 2 attacks. You have a close range attack where you spin like your entire torso. You do get to kill. I'll get to that later, though. Merry Christmas, everybody. No, so
Lightyear just goes feral, starts climbing on people.
Yes, it's like in Small Soldiers when he's got the corn cob things, and he's stabbing into the guy's leg when he's climbing up him.
Oh, I wish I knew what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, we need to talk about Small Soldiers sometime. That's a really good one.
Is that another game?
It might be a game. I haven't checked into it. What was I talking about?
Oh, okay, no, it's the movie. I know what you're talking about now. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, okay.
So there's a close range attack where you stick your wings out and spin your torso spins, but you can still run, which is kind of nice. And the other one is a long range attack that is horrible to use without standing completely still and using first person mode. And in first person mode, you see like Buzz's reflection on his helmet, which is kind of cool, but whenever my fiance watched me play, she really did not like it.
What do you mean you didn't want him just staring back at you the whole time?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's like everybody's favorite part of Metroid Prime, isn't it? Is that you can see her face sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, I have to context what I'm imagining, because I've never played this game, so I don't understand like fully the image you're describing to me. So to me, it's like you've got the screen with like, and you're looking at the world, and then there's just a huge Buzz Lightyear face, like halfway transparent in front of the whole world you're looking at.
Kind of, yeah. Let me see if I've got a picture right here that I can show you.
Okay.
Let me tell you, it is the PS1 era, so you might not like this.
No, that is exactly what I was expecting. That is down to the brain pixel what I was expecting it to look like.
So there are a couple power-ups in this game too. You get you can get a green laser. There's only one per level. The green laser, you can hold the button down with the regular laser, you have to hold it down to charge a shot. But if you have the green laser, you can just rapid fire with it. It's
Oh,
really
cool.
helpful for bosses. Yeah, I think it's actually more powerful too. It's like twice as powerful or something.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's also this ring shooter thing. There's a couple of things in the game that I'm pretty sure are references to the movie, the power ups. I mean, there's a force field you can use that's like a hamster ball that you run around in, and you can go over slime with it. There's this ring shooter, which I think is a reference to the elevator scene.
Go back a second. Why is there slime?
What's up? Oh yeah, there's slime everywhere. I don't know why.
Why?
It's just green slime. I don't know.
Is this supposed to be like in the house?
So, I should probably mention, yeah, every level is a scene from the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like it starts off in the house and then it goes to
like the different places.
It goes to like the neighborhood, and then it goes to a construction yard, which is a reference to the scene where they're walking across the road with the with the traffic cones on top of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then it goes to I think it goes to Al's toy barn. There's also it's in the alleyway. Anyway, then it goes to Al's toy barn. Then there's
then he gets robbed.
Al's penthouse, and then the runway of the airport. No, it's the airport and then the runway. I didn't write these down. I'm just doing this off the cuff. There's also like boss levels in between them.
Was there an airport in the first movie?
Oh no, sorry. This is the second movie.
This is the second movie. Okay. I forgot like midway through.
No worries. I don't own the first one because it's only on the Super Nintendo, and I'm not gonna buy a Super Nintendo and a cartridge. Yeah. And I'm also not gonna emulate the game because I don't want Disney to like arrest me. I don't want them to send policemen to my home.
From what it sounds like this one is the superior sequel.
The first one, from what I've seen, I haven't really watched much gameplay, but it's pretty much Donkey Kong Country.
Oh.
Which we will talk about in the future.
Okay.
But it's like they made a 3D model and then made that into a sprite. Mm-hmm. And then there's like some sprited backgrounds and stuff. You play as Woody in that one.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. But I mean, I don't have the money to. I didn't look into it, but like, because I already owned this game, so I thought I would talk about this one instead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, in the second one, there is an airport. Al is. So I guess I'm going to talk about the storyline of.
Hi guys, this is now a podcast for Toy Story 2.
This is a movie podcast now, guys.
Yeah, we're going to turn on Toy Story 2, and this is going to be your all-access, behind-the-scenes commentary track for Toy Story 2, starring Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, and some other people.
You know, I should have probably watched this movie for this episode.
From what I remember, it's probably like he's going to take him to some kind of toy show. And
Newman from Seinfeld buys Woody from a yard sale by mistake. Like he wasn't supposed to be for sale, but he ended up with Wheezy. And toy physics the toy rules happened where he has to go completely limp because he's trying to save Wheezy from getting bought in a yard sale.
Yeah.
So Al buys Woody and takes him to his penthouse because he has a collection of memorabilia from the Woody's Roundup TV show from like the 50s.
Yeah.
And then he ends up taking him.
He gives him a good scrub.
Yeah. When I was looking up scenes for this movie in preparation for this episode, in the search the search bar, if you type in Toy Story, the third thing down is Woody gets fixed.
Okay.
That is a terrible. That's phrasing, guys. Phrasing.
Wait, you gotta make sure to neuter and spay your Woodies. It's like crucial.
Yes.
Okay, maybe it's just because I'm logged in to my YouTube, but I've got the third one down is just another ad. And then it's the video you're talking about. And then farther
Oh, no,
down...
I mean, if you type in Toy Story 2...
Oh, Toy Story 2.
If you type in Toy Story 2 into the search bar in YouTube, it's full movie, bloopers, and Toy Story 2, Woody Gets Fixed, which I mean would be a great title, but I'm glad they didn't go with that.
I've got the full movie, and then Buy or Rent the movie, and then Asmer Loop Toy Repair FX only Toy Story 2 37 minutes.
Toy Story 2 ASMR?
Yeah.
I hate this.
Yeah, Loops. It's by ASMR Loops. If anyone wants to find it, it's Loops with a Z. It says Loops the toy repair scene from Toy Story 2 for ASMR purposes. This video only has the sound.
I guess
so
that kind of is ASMR.
If you wanted to close your eyes and just imagine you were Woody, you could with that video.
I do like that song. So yeah, he does end up taking him to the airport at one point.
Yeah, and then they're like, ah!
But anyway, we don't... Yeah. Stinky Pete, a.k.a. Frasier, is beating up Woody.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he's
That's
voiced by Frasier. Yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
went back and checked.
You know, I hear this.
I studied for this episode.
I hear those blues are calling. Ben, we need to talk about something crucial. Where's the
I completely
horses?
forgot. And Cars,
And cars. Where's
which
the
is another
horses?
Pixar movie. So there are a couple of horses and cars in this game. I wasn't sure about how this game felt to play.
It is very early gen.
At risk of talking about this movie the movie the entire time, there is a part where Rex says, I can't press the shoot button and jump at the same time, and that's what it feels like to play the game. Because the camera controls are mapped to R2 and L2.
Oh, no.
It's not fun. Oh, yeah. So anyway. Do you remember RC from the first one?
The car.
Yes. The
Yeah.
race car. He's like a green little race car. He doesn't talk. He just goes, woo, woo. RC is in this game. So this is not off topic. Every level has a few characters that you can talk to. It has Ham. You have to collect 50 coins and then talk to him. He'll give you a token.
Are they voiced?
Are they voiced? That's an excellent question. Because the entire time you're in the vicinity of Ham, he's like, hey, Buzz, over here. Every 3 seconds. I'm not kidding. It is so annoying. And throughout the game, every like 20 to 30 seconds, you hear, I'm Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace. or I'm Buzz Lightyear, legal protection, blah, 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 blah. He like lists off a list and it cuts off at the end. And there's another one
Like the whole time
that
you're playing?
I don't remember. But yeah. Yeah, they're just like saying the same phrases over and over again. I get it with like the NPCs to an extent because you're trying to figure out where they are and all that.
It's like you're
But like even after you help them, they are saying stuff. So like why?
You're like walking around and Buzz just starts reciting the whole fitness gram pacer test. The real question I gotta know is it Tim Allen? Or did they just get somebody that sounds like Tim Allen?
They literally just took clips from the movies.
Oh, they didn't even get...
Actually, that's not entirely true. I think that there are a couple lines that were recorded specifically for the game.
Are they like death lines? I hope
but I
they're
don't
death
remember
lines.
which ones.
That's really weird. That's really weird to say.
There is a death recording for Buzz. Anyway, I'm off topic. There are a couple of characters that you'll meet in the levels that will either make you do a timed mission. It's usually like 30 or 20 seconds.
Okay.
There's also races. There's 2 races in the game. RC does both races. The first one is in Andy's house, and the second one is in his neighborhood, in somebody's backyard, I guess.
Okay. Just antagonizing Sid some more.
In the first race, you're in the garage, and the starting line is like a little crack in the cement.
Okay.
And you go across. By the way, RC talks in this game for some reason.
What?
It really stinks. He like there's text box. He's like, hey, if you beat me, I'll give you a token.
Wait, you're racing the car?
And he doesn't talk for the rest. Yeah, so you're racing RC.
Oh, okay.
And you have to go. You have to run around this car in the garage, and try to beat RC at this race.
Okay.
If he bumps into you, he will like spin out a little bit and slow down. If he drives through water, he'll spin out
Okay.
a little bit. So it'll give you some time to go ahead of him. And it's a neat little race. It can be a little challenging if you're not doing it right. There are a couple enemies in the way.
A couple just pedestrians, bystanders.
Well, no, they're like Zurg's. They're like Zurg's minions.
Pedestrians. Tourists, if you want to call them that.
Tourists. Buzz Lightyear, we meet again for the last time. But first, did you check out the Rainforest Cafe here? It's great.
Guys, I just saw the beam. How crazy is that?
So you do 3 laps and you win. Easy.
Done. No problem.
Easy.
RC's a little
second level is literally impossible.
like genetically made to be unbeatable.
It is made to be unbeatable, and I didn't know this because I had been attempting this race for at least 2 hours total, and I decided to give up on it and go to the next level.
Yeah.
I should mention the track first. It's kind of like a figure 8 shape, like a lot of racing tracks are.
Track.
Yeah, it's basically like a Hot Wheels track, but it's on a sidewalk.
Okay.
You go straight, you curve around. There's some wet cement, which is kind of like quicksand, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a jump right before it. You jump over that. You keep going straight. There's some water. You have to jump over it. There's a turn around the tree. Like I said before, turns in this game stink because you have to hold down the shoulder buttons. Yeah. And there's also a bunch of Zurg's minions there.
There must be some cool
many of them being cars, by the way.
They are cars?
Yeah, some of them are. But they have like Zurg's face on the front.
So basically, Cars 2, Toy Story 2 universes are connected.
Yes.
Cool. Cool.
Cool.
All right.
All right. This is happening.
Let's go.
This episode's about Sonic. This episode's about Sonic the Hedgehog now.
You're too slow.
Well, this is new. Showing remorse, Eggman? If you played nice, I wouldn't have to break all your toys. In Toy Story.
Eggman's like, no, please, they're sentient.
No, don't kill Woody, please. He's fragile. He's a collector's item. And Woody's like, guys. Come on, guys.
Wait, Woody and Sonic have the exact same voice?
No, oh my gosh. I guess I only have 3 voices.
Woody's like, you're the faker. And Sonic's like,
you pull the...
You're the faker.
I think you're the fake Woody around here. We're getting too far ahead. This is like for the sequel section.
Yeah. So let's get to... let's keep going with the race.
Yeah, let's keep going with the race. So yeah, the layout's not important, but what is important... Oh wait, actually, yes, it is. There's a pole that you have to climb on and jump off of. But anyway, that's not important. What is important... Just like in Mario. What is important is RC is way too stinking fast.
Yeah. He'd been training.
if you trip up even once, he will just blast right in front of you. So here are the 2 ways that you can beat RC. I'm sure that I would have really appreciated this when I was a young boy.
Lay it on me.
So remember what I said earlier about how if he hits you, he will stop for a little bit and like kind of...
Yeah, kind of like an insurance fraud situation.
Yes. So if you stand in front of him with the camera on Buzz and walk forward, and every once in a while, once he reaches max speed, you just stop and let him hit you, you can beat the race. It'll just take like 15 minutes. So he is scripted to turn sometimes. You have to make sure that you know when he's turning so that you can go in front of him. I've watched somebody do this. It's hell.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
You also have to watch out for the enemies because the camera will not be able to see them. The draw distance in this game is abysmal. And if the camera is pointed at them in front of Buzz, if the camera is pointed in front of Buzz, you will not be able to see the enemies until they're about sneezing distance away from you. So you can imagine that I was not happy with the fact that RC is either a sore loser or a sore winner, or he just really likes to race, because literally every time a race ends, no matter if you win or lose, he does donuts all over the place, like to brag, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. He's like, but like I took that as, haha, I'm faster than you.
He's just bragging because he's like, haha, I'm a car.
Yeah, I'm a car and you're not. And Buzz is like, no, I wish I was a car.
Go back, I want to be a car.
I wish I had 4 wheels and not arms.
That's the car noise. That was a really bad car noise.
The evil Emperor Zurg, he's preventing me from being a car. This is my Buzz voice. He sounds like he's...
He sounds like he's like hardened. His years of crime fighting have made him bitter.
Punished Buzz.
He's like,
it's like Punished Zurg. Snake, but with Buzz. Zurg.
Yeah. Woody.
I'm just imagining of David Hayter voicing Buzz, and I love this so much. Woody, you need to collect more dog tags. So the second way. Do you need a second?
Just, Woody, I can't get up. Okay, all right, I'm good now. I had to get that out of my system.
All right. Jeez, this is really funny.
Okay.
Okay, so the second way that you can win this race, stay with me.
I'm with you. I'm here. How do I do it?
Is you just say, screw it. And you don't do it.
Just
and then go to level 7.
Okay.
Specifically. It's like the third to last level in the game.
Okay. I'm with you.
And you unlock a power up that makes you go faster.
Like running speed faster?
It connects rockets to your boots.
Yeah.
And you go.
Yeah.
Yep. So I didn't mention this. I probably should have. In the race, there are these boxes of toys. It says Power Pack on the side, and it has a little boot on it. And I thought it was just a race car, or like a spaceship or something.
Yeah.
I guess it is meant to look kind of like that because it's got 2 like thrusters on the back, and it's got wheels on the side.
Property of Zurg.
Yes, I thought that you were supposed to break these things open. I always thought that, like, even as a kid, I thought this. You're supposed to break this box open.
I mean,
and
that's what Crash Bandicoot does.
Well, yeah.
It only makes sense.
And Buzz spins around to attack, just like Crash.
Yeah.
So
they're
why
like
should
the
it be
same.
any different? Yeah.
You know
Buzz
what that
and-
means? Buzz needs to lose the shirt.
So it turns out all you had to do was go further into the game. But like there's no
Oh.
other part of this game that like makes you think that you would have to do that. So I just thought that I was bad at the game or something.
Oh.
But yeah, when you get to Al's Toy Barn, you can unlock the shoes that make you go faster.
Cool.
Does this mean, since it's got wheels on the bottom, does that mean that Buzz is a car sometimes in this game? We don't know.
Momentarily, perhaps. In the same way like a person putting on rollerblades becomes a car.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it is 4 wheels, but it's not necessarily engine powered.
It's like saying that coconuts are mammals because they've got hair and milk.
Well, that wasn't something I thought I'd think about today, but that's going to be in my brain for the next 4 hours, so...
You're welcome.
But it's like in the same way, too, like if you had a horse and you put roller skates on the horse, then it's...
You'd have a slippery horse.
You would technically have a horse-powered horse car.
Ooh.
Yeah. If you thought one wasn't enough.
That'd be like a horse semi, because it's got like, that'd be 16 wheels. It'd be a 16-wheeler.
Check out my new rig, and it's like...
Yeah.
I need to stop doing horse noises. But yeah, you pull
Don't
up...
worry. I'll put in another horse noise.
Thank you. God bless. You pull up next to the all the big rigs, all the 18-wheelers, like the 32-wheelers, and just a horse on roller skates, and you're like, yep, hard life being a trucker. That's the...
And they look at you like, huh?
They look at you like, damn, that guy's the hardest riding trucker I've ever seen.
He's living the high life. I wish I were him. You put your you stick your fist in the air and tug it down twice, and you go wah, wah, because you don't have a regular horn.
Yeah. They're like, what you hauling, kid? And you're like, a horse.
Myself, my dreams.
Me and some groceries for my ma.
She's not feeling too well.
I got her some
God
yogurt.
bless.
Yogurt.
I got her some yogurt. Well, now I'm just starting to sound like Hank Hill.
Yoggers.
I got my mom some yogurt from the store.
Whoa.
Whoa! I'm gonna cut that out. That sounded really bad.
You just gotta keep doing it. Just gotta keep doing it.
Just keep doing the voice.
Hi guys. No. Welcome. Laughing so hard I can't even do a Hank Hill.
I got a big smirk on my face. I can't do it anymore.
I can't do Hank of the Hill.
Howdy, fellas. This is my 16-wheeler. I don't know any horse names.
Flamethrower.
This is my 16-wheeler of flamethrower.
Does it say roof? Does this horse have the power to decimate and destroy?
Hey Hank, how many horsepower does that horse have?
Just one.
Just the one.
It's so off topic. Okay.
He could strap some propane tanks to the horse to jet propel it with the roller skates on and the propane at the same time. Anyway,
let's hear now. Turbo-boosted horse.
It ain't nitro, but it gets the job done. Okay, so we were talking about cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of level 7, the level directly after that is a boss level where Buzz fights Buzz. But he's in a... It's the other Buzz that like thinks he's still Buzz and he's wearing the belt. He's in like this moon buggy and you have to fight him.
So it's another race.
It's not a race, you have to fight him.
But he's in a car. Kind
of. It's a race for life.
Well, isn't everything?
It's a race to death. Whoever wins loses. Whoever gets to the finish line loses.
Oh, it's one of those catch-22 races.
So yeah, I guess there's a car boss and there's car enemies, I guess. But hang on, fellas. You've been talking about cars the whole time. What about the horses? Yeah, I know there's a horse in the Toy Story 2.
What about Bullseye?
What about Bullseye? He's in one level of this game.
What?
Yeah.
How many levels are there? 10?
Something like that.
And you can find the best one in the whole cast to one level.
Yep. So yeah, remember how I told you there was like these time trials, all that?
Yeah.
The thing that you have to do for Bullseye. By the way, he talks too. I hate it.
What?
Yeah, he talks. He's like, "Well, hey there, Buzz." He doesn't talk out loud, but he has a speech bubble and it stinks. You have to get 5 horseshoes for him within 20 seconds.
Stealing our grading metric, huh?
Yeah. You might be wondering, why is it 5? Well, I guess that would have to be the only reason, right? Because, like, unless he has a spare for some reason, which you would never need if you're a horse.
Wait. Where's the 5th leg?
No, I'm saying that they're stealing our grading system.
That's true. So wait, the game is out of 5, right?
Yeah. You made the grading system.
I know I did. I'm talking about Toy Story Bullseye grading system.
Oh.
In the inside the game, is it 4 or is it 5?
He has 5 horseshoes that you have to find.
Where's the 5th one?
Okay, so let me explain. Every character in the game that makes you do a time trial, and any character that asks for you to go find items for them, other than Mr. Potato Head, they all ask you to find 5 things.
Oh, okay. It's like a theme.
So like Slinky asks for you to find some wrenches in the construction yard, and there's 5 of them.
Oh, okay.
Bullseye asks for 5 horseshoes, but that still annoys the crap out of me. Why would he need 5 of them?
Yeah.
He's already wearing horseshoes anyway.
Maybe he's like keeping a secret 5th foot. Or maybe he uses it as like a hat.
It's his tail.
Yeah, it is his tail. It's its own foot. I like calling him feet. I think it's cool and unnerving.
I don't like calling him that, but I understand why you might.
Just slip him right. Oh, hey, what does that mean? What are you insinuating? Hey, come back. Where are you going?
You said it's unnerving. I'm assuming you're doing it on purpose.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but I don't want people getting the wrong idea. Okay, all right, I guess. Okay, I gotta say it because I'm gonna talk about it a lot, but I just want to say it. I don't like feet. I make feet jokes because it's funny.
Yes.
Okay, that's it.
It is funny.
I don't want people being like, "Oh yeah, feet. I enjoy feet as well," And it's like, no.
Okay.
There was a drink.
Anyway, way off topic.
Yeah. So 5 horseshoes, Bullseye. 5th horseshoe, a mystery.
Yeah, so you have to go into... You're in Al's penthouse. You're in the living room, and you have to collect them all. There aren't any horse enemies in this game, which is good, because horses are never enemies. They're always your friend.
Right. If you ever fought a horse, you would not live.
Yeah. I think that we should have docked points for Ocarina of Time for making a horse villain, but I guess you had to make an evil horse, right? If there's a good horse.
Yeah, all perfectly balanced.
Yeah. The final level, the airport. You know how Woody rides Bullseye at the end?
Yeah, and they're going really fast.
Yeah. Well, you don't get to do that. I got your hopes up.
What? Why would you do that to me? I'm crushed. I'm
keeping you on your toes
now.
Well, you know what? That's how I felt when I was playing this game. You don't even get to ride Buzz. Buzz? You don't even get to ride Bullseye even once.
Buzz is like, hop on! And Bullseye climbs on him.
Hey!
Rocket thrusters engaged.
But yeah, you don't get to ride on Bullseye, and it's lame.
That is super lame. That's some serious, not cool action.
Yeah, that's definitely going to come out of the score.
That
you
is
got a horse in the game you can't even ride. Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't even mention it. You can't even ride RC in this game, and you do in the first in the first movie. You Buzz gets to ride on RC.
See, I thought
what's
that was
the deal?
I was waiting for that because you said you get to race RC, and I was like, okay, when does the riding happen? When does it come into play? And it just never did.
Never happens. Never.
You're racing against a car by running next to it. How does that make any sense?
The only time you watch a character ride anything is when you're fighting the other Buzz at Al's Toy Barn, and you fight him. But in the movie, technically, that Buzz locks up regular Buzz. So, I guess technically you get to ride a car, drive a car, but you don't get to do it yourself. You just you just play as a character that does it.
Watching an evil version of yourself live the life you could have had.
That's pretty deep, man.
I know. It's think about it. Somewhere out there's an evil version of you that's in a car all the time.
Strange things are happening to me. I'll probably put in Strange Things by Randy Newman on here.
Okay.
From the first Toy Story. Anyway,
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of Toy Story music. Can't you tell?
I can. Sing some more. Right now. Do it. I'll sing with you. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
When you got troubles, I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together and see it through, 'cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Oh yeah.
Some other folks seem a little bit smarter than I am.
We can't do the whole. We're gonna get copyright claimed.
Yeah, we'll just make a bloopers reel for this episode or something.
Yeah, with everything that's happened in this episode already, I think it deserves it.
Yes, so, I've been meaning to get all of this Toy Story energy out of me for a month.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we've talked nearly enough about Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue. I think it's time for a commercial break.
Commercial break. here. Thanks for listening to the show. If you like it so far, be sure to follow us on Twitter at HPG Pod, YouTube at Horse-Powered Games, Facebook, Anchor, and Spotify under the name Horse-Powered Games, so you can stay updated for when we put out new episodes and to get updates on the show. And hey, share this episode with your friends. Word of mouth is one of the best ways to get your favorite podcast exposure. The more listeners we have, the more consistent our upload schedule will be in the future. We'll also be able to work on other additional content, like a website and more videos for our YouTube channel. Enjoy the rest of the episode and stay frosty. So, back to the episode. We are back from commercial break.
If we have a sponsor, we don't.
We are back from Sonic Steals Your Credit Card, Asmer.
So we actually completely grazed over something. We were talking about something controversial before the commercial break and completely forgot to talk about the score of the game.
Yes, now for anyone who's new to this podcast, the way the scoring works is the highest score would be to include a car and a horse and just to be a fun game, while the lowest score is to have neither of those sorts of things and to just be unplayable, or as we like to call it, pee-pee poo-poo stinky game, stinky bad.
Yeah. It changes all the time. Try to keep up.
Yeah, it's very much a sliding scale. Generally, it's from 1 to 5, but it can be like anything in between.
Yeah.
It's about the quality.
It'll be interesting to hear what you have to say about this, because when I was playing it, it felt unplayable for like the first 3 hours until I got used to the controls.
I feel like it's in that valley of like movie tie-in games that aren't really made to be enjoyable. They're only made to sell the movie. Like, for some reason, it gives me really strong like Winnie the Pooh game vibes.
It's okay, so it's better than a Winnie the Pooh game, but it's not. It's sort of fun until you're like at the top of a tree and you get knocked off and you have to do a whole section all over again.
Yeah.
So like, have you ever played Mario 64?
Yeah.
Imagine, if you will, you're at the very top of Tall Mountain.
Okay.
And someone just pushes you off. But it doesn't hurt you.
Oh.
But you still have to walk all the way to the top.
Oh. Man. Yeah. I spent all that time getting up there, though.
Yeah. In this game, you have to climb all the way to the top of a tree, and that happens. And it made me very angry. Especially when you're climbing on these poles and your depth perception is complete garbage when you're on them.
I feel like that's another thing that games like this frequently had problems with, where it's like something about the way the game was made just spurns rage within those who play it.
It made me pretty mad. I had to take a break from it for a while.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna dock points for like style, just because you got to be able to have fun playing the game. Like, it might have some of the components, but it's missing a lot of the components of what we at Horse-Powered Games consider a good game.
It's funnily enough, one of my most respected creators on YouTubers, I guess, King K. King K had a video about Mario Odyssey, and he said that his favorite 3D collectathon is none other than this game, which is what made me want to review this game. And it's actually the reason I bought it, because I hadn't played it in a while.
Wow.
But it's his favorite collectathon.
That's crazy. What? He must like pain.
Yeah, especially when I 100%ed this game. Guess what you get for getting all the Pizza Planet tokens?
What do you get?
A big fat nothing.
Really?
Nothing happens. Yeah.
They make you go through the whole game just to get nothing.
If you go out of your way to collect all the Pizza Planet tokens, you get nothing. Now, you do unlock little cutscenes that are like really bad versions of scenes from the movie. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming in order to get those, you have to collect a certain amount of tokens. I
Mhm.
didn't look into it. I don't think it was worth looking up.
No.
But yeah, you don't get anything special for getting all the Pizza Planet tokens.
What a bummer.
Yeah.
So, with all these things in mind, I think I've calculated a score.
I'll have you now.
Yeah. My apologies to that YouTuber, but it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah. If King K ever listens to this, I'm really sorry. Love your videos, though.
Yeah. So, without further ado, the score for what is this game called again? For Toy Story 2, Buzz to the rescue.
Lightyear to the rescue.
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. The score is a grand total of 2.
2.
It's
wow.
a 2.
That's wow. I thought you were gonna at least give it a 2.5, but a 2. Wow.
There are only absolutes.
Okay, no in betweens, no middle sliders. It's all
no middle sliders.
So why did you give this a 2 and not maybe a 3 or something?
It includes Cars. It includes Bullseye. It includes RC, obviously, and that's great. But you can't ride them.
Yeah. What the
what?
heck?
What? Total waste of polygons and opportunity.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential in this game.
Yeah, not to mention the difficult controls, as well as the absent-mindedness of the characters. Like, I might have given it a bigger score if Bullseye or RC had a bigger role in the game. But as it stands, I can't rate it any higher than a 2.
Yeah. Ignore the controls though, because this is purely cars and horses.
Well,
but yeah, it still stands.
Yes. Which, but, and, therefore, ergo,
we can a lot of interjections and
hold on, stay with me. We can make it better.
We can make it better.
We can make a new one.
We can, yes, we have
Stronger.
the technology.
Better, faster than ever before.
I know that you're usually the one that comes up with all the ideas for a sequel. And
sure.
We have ideas for them, but I want to maybe sprinkle in a little bit of shall we say inspiration. I don't know if you heard about the news recently about Pixar. Disney had a press conference recently where they announced a bunch of stuff. They announced 9 different shows and movies for Star Wars, which I'm not going to get into that because I'll just get angry.
Whole nother thing.
Yeah. There's also a new Pixar movie coming out in 2022.
Okay.
That is called Lightyear.
Really?
Yeah. But this movie is about the origin story of Buzz Lightyear. It's not going to be him as a toy. It's going to be
like a real man?
It's either going to be him as a real man or it's going to be a movie that Buzz Lightyear is based on or something. We don't know yet. All we know is that Chris Evans voices Buzz, a young Buzz.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting. But I couldn't help but notice that we already know this man's origin story because of a little show called Buzz Lightyear of Star Command.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. So I went back and I watched Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. The adventure begins.
Okay.
On redacted.com. And not only was it not as good as I remember.
Oh.
Yeah. Zurg makes a lot of jokes because he's Newman, but he's voicing. Anyway.
Do you want to hear the description of that series?
The description?
Yeah, let me just give you the first line of it. There's a lot of things going on, I feel like. So it's
On
Buzz
Google?
Lightyear: A Star Command is an American, Taiwanese, Philippine animated science fiction adventure comedy spin-off series produced by Walt Disney Television. So
That is a lot.
yeah,
There's like
already
3 different people, like 3 different companies making it.
yeah, already like right at first glance you're getting hit with a lot of information and a lot of genres. Where it's like it's not just science fiction, it's not just adventure, not even just comedy. It's based on something else as well.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we are getting a little off topic though.
Yeah. I think that, Disney Interactive no longer exists.
Right.
They shut down, I think, like 5 years ago, something like that. Really sad. They didn't make the greatest games, but like they could have made some really good ones, and they just never did.
Yeah.
Other than this game that's
this
debatable.
masterpiece.
Here's what I'm getting at. Even though they are not going to be making this game, maybe as a PR stunt, they could make a sequel to this game.
Yeah.
But hang on. What if it's a prequel in that it's based on Lightyear?
Oh.
Yeah. So we don't know anything about this movie yet. They literally just announced it like a week ago.
Yeah.
How about what if we based a game off of Lightyear, the movie that doesn't exist yet?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Dude, I've got it. I've got the origin story in my brain. Are you ready for this?
Oh, yeah, lay it on me.
Buzz Lightyear is an Autobot.
He's not human?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. This is interesting already.
It's like human intelligence was put into an amalgamation of machine parts.
Okay.
And that enabled him to fight in space.
I see.
So this one I feel like we got to play fast and loose with the horse and the car thing, because it's not so much he is the car essentially. So it's not so much about there being like an outside extra element where it's more this he has car powers, but like he's
not technically a transformer per se, but he could be one, is what you're saying.
Yeah, if he wanted to, but normally he's just like a guy with metal body parts.
Yeah.
He's like a mech most of the time.
Let me actually send you a picture of what Buzz is going to look like in this new movie. So
I don't like that.
I kind of like it.
Why does he look real?
Because like Buzz Lightyear is based on a real ? Guy.
I mean, yeah, but like this man looks real, but like his eyes are so big. I feel like I would see this guy on the street, and then he would come up to me and he would try to sell me something.
Yeah.
Like auto insurance.
Here's what I'm thinking about this direction that you're taking Lightyear the video game into. Well, I'll that's a tentative title. We'll come up with a title at some point.
Yeah.
That's better than that. I think that at one point maybe Buzz was a real man.
Yeah. I want to see what I'm thinking is kind of like a Ghost in the Shell sort of situation where it's like he was a guy.
I've never seen Ghost in the Shell.
Okay, well, essentially what it is like putting human intelligence into like an automated body, and it raises the question of like,
so like Inspector Gadget, the movie.
I guess. I mean, I guess. Fuck, dude. We can't even. We can't make a sequel. Inspector Gadget's done it already.
Yeah, I know.
No, that's the real story. That's the real story. If you play the Inspector Gadget game, that is the prequel to Lightyear. All we're gonna do, us at Horsepower Games, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a few key elements, bam, 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 from our little toy case, our little library of spoils. We're gonna take, like, a car. We're gonna take Right, what kind of car should we take? I'm thinking Inspector Gadget Buzz Lightyear would drive a pickup truck.
Are we doing the Inspector Gadget thing? I was just making a reference.
No, we're going all in. You said it, so we're going
okay.
hard.
It's up to you.
Okay, because it's still Buzz Lightyear, but it's Buzz Lightyear and Inspector Gadget. So okay, here's the real story.
Can I tell you what my original idea was before we go off on this little thing? So my idea was that Buzz Lightyear is on a mission and he ends up failing his mission in that he like crashes and or dies. Okay. And they take his like sentience his like they take his like his brain
power
and they put it into a robot. Maybe they even take his genetic brain code and that's how they make the toys.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's like a GLaDOS situation.
That's why they all think that they are the real Buzz Lightyear.
Because they are.
They are technically Buzz Lightyear.
Yes, dude. Okay. Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah. So it's Machine Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
I think he's still got to fight Zurg.
Yeah, definitely.
But what
maybe we could even incorporate characters from the show.
What can we do to Zurg?
Well, you know what?
He should fly.
Cars. He probably should fly. Yeah.
He needs to fly. He needs to fly.
The Zurg, the cars in this game that you fight are kind of like Zurg in a way. Let me find you a picture.
Explain? Can you make that a little clearer?
Let me get you a picture so it'll be crystal clear.
Crispy clear. No, okay. I'm still looking at this Lightyear screenshot you sent me, and I think I am beginning to see why it unnerves me so much.
Yeah.
It makes me think of like a PS3 cutscene. Like PS3, PS4. It feels like a video game. Looking at this image feels like Fortnite.
It feels like Fortnite.
It feels like Fortnite. Wow. He looks like he's about to be like, get on the battle bus. That's what he looks like.
Oh no, it does kind of remind me of Fortnite.
Right? It's got that weird like clay elasticity to the cheek face.
This sucks.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just like when you add Fortnite to anything, it's just like a one-hit punch to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize Fortnite was that bad.
No, it's not that bad, but it's just like whenever I hear it, I'm like, oh no.
I hope for your sake. Because are you going to see this movie?
Yeah. Definitely.
I hope for your sake it's a good movie. I don't want my Fortnite prediction to sully the movie.
I need you to see what these guys look like. Okay, here it is.
Are those the cars?
Yep.
Why do they look like that? They look like boats.
I don't know. Ask the guys that designed this game.
I will. Who made this game? I looked it up before. Let me look it up again. Yeah, I'm going to have to call up John Burton, the director, and be like, excuse me, John Burton, why did you make the cars in this game look like that?
So, for anybody that's watching this episode and doesn't know what the hell we're talking about, the Zurg cars kind of look like if you took the front of Lightning McQueen, the bumper part, and you gave it a stretched out Zurg mouth, like the yellow triangle mouth, and then there's like a big, like the almost the entire car is pretty much the Batmobile from the 1980s Tim Burton Batman movies.
It's like, to me too, it's like, imagine a boat. Just a big blue boat.
It also has like a jet on the back and it shoots out these little blue circles out. I think it's pretty cool looking.
It is kind of cool.
What if
they had legs?
Well, if we're doing the Zurg thing.
Yeah. and they
Do
can
we
fly.
want Zurg to be one of these cars, or do we want him to be able to transform? Is he a Decepticon type guy? Can he turn into
I was
a Zurg car?
I was thinking about that because obviously, we've got Buzz, who is like the hero of the story in this story. So we've got to have like an exact foil to him for the villain. So I'm thinking
Mhm.
I think Zurg's got to be like the same mechanical makeup, but I think Zurg's got to be like 100% machine.
Yeah.
Because he's got to be like significantly more powerful than Buzz at first, because Buzz has to like grow and learn how to use his machine shifting power, to fight this guy. Because this is a prequel. Because it's like an underdog story, so we gotta get him from his lowest point to his highest point. So
Yes.
I think Zurg is like all machine, just 100% like fuel. And he's like, yeah.
What if we went back to something we talked about previously in the episode? Maybe he's a car horse, or maybe yeah. What if he is a
he's
a robotic horse with
he's got the intelligence.
roller
They put
skates.
a horse's brain in him.
They replaced Zurg's brain with a horse's brain.
They put a horse's brain in him, and that made him evil and powerful.
Maybe they took his regular brain and put it into just kind of a dumb robot body. Like, just they put him into regular Zurg. But this Zurg, this Zurg,
powerful Zurg knows all of the evils of the universe.
Because he's a horse. He's an evil horse.
He's an evil metal horse. And then you got Buzz, who's got to like fight him. I think it's got to be, since it's a prequel, I'm thinking prequel. So it's got to be like they're at like some kind of training base. And I'm thinking I really want to go for like a friends to enemies sort of thing.
Oh, you know what? There's literally a character in the movie that's like that. What was it? Buzz Lightyear of Star Command: The Adventure Begins.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name. I didn't write it down. Wait, maybe I did. No, I didn't. What's his name?
We know he's there.
I think it was Warp Dark Matter. Thank you, Google. His name is Warp Dark Matter.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the movie, he's just like kind of this brash guy. He looks a little bit like Buzz, but he's got like a pointed chin.
Right.
And he's got weird ears, and he's got like blue skin.
Okay,
yeah. He ends up getting part of him blown up, and he gets put into a robot. Wait. And he, like at the beginning, he's like, he's like this I don't play by the rules kind of guy. Like, Buzz, you're a little too by the book. We can do things my way. And then he ends up being a spy for Emperor Zurg the entire time.
Oh man.
Yeah. So like, that's so crazy how you thought that up, and that literally happens.
I know. He could be one of the bosses, one of the boss fights.
Warp could be one of the bosses.
Yeah.
He ends up taking the name Agent Z after faking his death. Gosh, that's so edgy. Disney.fandom.com.
That got really out there really fast.
Yeah. The first 20 minutes of the movie are super dark.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, they talk about death and stuff, and he's gives them a eulogy and everything.
Oh man. It's I hate that you said that, and you said it's very, very dark and dramatic, and my first thought was like Planet 51. It's no. No. Not like Planet 51.
Not even close.
Not even an iota of similarity.
I hope we can talk about that someday.
Planet
because
51,
that movie,
I would love to talk about Planet 51.
Whew. I have some words.
Anyway. There's a game for that too, isn't there?
I'm sure there is.
Oh yeah.
I'm very sure there
Oh
is.
yeah. We're talking about Planet 51, baby. So anyway,
All
back to
right.
the sequel. So we've
So
got
warp dark matter is just so I'm clear here, is dark matter going to be the villain, or is he going to be one of the villains? And Zurg is going to be in this game, but he's like the ultimate Zurg.
He's gonna be Warp is gonna be one of the villains, because I think what it's got to be is it's got to be like a council, and like Zurg is at the top of the council, but maybe like Buzz, because they used to be friends and now they're enemies. So like
you're saying that this should be like
it's like a revenge
the
plot.
prequels of Star Wars.
Yeah, kind of.
Like with Emperor Palpatine being behind it all.
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
said friends to enemies, and
Yeah.
Buzz doesn't go evil. So I'm thinking maybe
Zurg is the enemy.
Yeah, well, Zurg is the enemy.
But they were friends.
Do you think that? Yeah. Is he always evil the entire time? Is that what you're saying?
He's nice at the beginning, but then something happens. Something happens while they're out fighting that turns him evil. This is like a very story-based game. Like I'm thinking like Mass Effect. You
have like choices you can make in the games and stuff. There's different races.
Kiss people in my Buzz Lightyear game.
You can what?
You can kiss people.
Oh yeah, of course. I've always wanted to kiss Miranova, so that'll be cool.
Yeah. So
do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
All right, hang on a second.
I imagine it's one of the characters from the show. It is.
Let me run you down on the characters real quick.
Okay.
So this is Miranova. She's
Oh, okay.
Also, she's a princess on like another planet. But she Buzz Lightyear saves her life, at one point.
Okay.
And she is like inspired to join Star Command.
Okay. Yeah.
She kind of looks like one of a character from Mass Effect.
Yeah, she kind of does.
Here's the next character.
Okay, yeah. I remember
this
guys.
Booster Munchapper.
Okay.
Munchapper? He was a in the Star Command base, he is a janitor.
Okay.
Buzz is nice to him because like the other people running the place are being kind of mean, but he knows the handbook front to cover.
Okay. He would also be romanceable.
Yes, obviously. He looks up to Buzz. Maybe a crush on Buzz? Ooh, we don't know. He tries to wear a uniform at one point.
Yeah.
But he knows like everything about the whole thing. He's just like really unsure of himself and kind of shy. Mm-hmm. He gets pushed around quite a bit. He's a big fanboy of Star Command, but maybe I don't know. He has a lot to learn.
Yeah.
And then we've got one more member of this crew, if I could find him.
But yeah, I think this would be a very like linear game.
Yeah.
Where you kind of like work your way through enemies and bosses till you get to the top boss, and you like depending on the choices you pick with people, like the story ends differently.
Right. We're assuming this is how the movie is going to play out, but at the same time we're making alternate endings.
Yeah, we're kind of doing like a pre-prediction.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy looks
so
like
this last one, this is XR. He's a robot.
It looks like a cheese
robot.
stick.
That's just his head. So, do you know the little green men, the Martians from the movies? They're in the Buzz Lightyear universe as well. They call them little green men. They don't call them Martians for some reason.
Okay.
I guess they're not from Mars. They're from a different planet, and they are all of one mind.
Oh, okay.
That's why they all talk in unison every once in a while. They have a mind link, which I thought was like super cool that they had like this in-universe explanation for that.
Yeah.
The LGMs are also really good, like tinkerers and stuff. They're really great at like just building things.
Okay.
They after Buzz Lightyear thinks that warp dark matter died in an explosion at Zurg's base, he he's really reluctant to have another a teammate, a partner.
Right.
There's a whole thing about it. The little green men realize that he's afraid of like getting somebody hurt like he did with warp dark matter. And they come up with the idea of building him a robot partner.
Okay.
And that's what XR is. And their reasoning behind that is no matter how many times he gets destroyed, they can just rebuild him.
Oh.
What ends up happening though is once the Unimind is taken by Zurg and he ends up like messing it up and stuff. The little green men are no longer of one mind and they're not as smart. So when they're trying to rebuild XR for the first time after Agent Z destroys him, they don't know what they're doing when they're trying to fix him, and they eventually do, but they start shoving like inflatable like pool toys and like ladders and stuff into him, so he doesn't work the same. It's not like a Gur situation where he's just like really stupid. He's just a jerk now. Like before he was like learning from people and stuff. Yeah. But now he's just like, I'm not gonna whatever, man. I don't really care.
I'm gonna be mean now.
Yeah, he's just rude now. He's really snarky. He's just kind of like have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
He's basically like Rocket. But less aggressive, I guess.
Okay.
He's just all attitude all the time.
Yeah. So I think...
these could be like 3 of the companion characters in the game.
For sure. They have to be. I think they have to be included either in some form as like friendship routes or as like companions in battle, stuff like that. They definitely have to be in there.
I think they should probably be like... Do you think that they should update the designs kind of like what they did with Buzz? Make them look like the races from the Mass Effect games, kind of?
I suppose so. I hope they, because like with the Buzz, like you can still see, it's still got some of that like cartoony tinge to it. Like it's still vaguely toy-ish. And like, I think with these, they could update them. But if they should still be able to keep like the essence of the character.
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
Definitely.
That adds the flavor. So
these are the only characters I know that could be that could be like companions, but I'm sure there could be more added later on in development.
For sure.
Hint hint.
Wink wink hint
Disney.
hint.
Wink wink. Give us
Hire
this. I literally never talk about your bad business practices and how crappy of a person Walt Disney is again if you pay me to make this game. Not really. I would not do that.
That's fighting words right there.
Yeah.
So what we've got...
DM me on Twitter. I'll tell you all the crappy stuff that they do.
What we've got for the sequel to... I forgot the name of it again. Toy Story 2, Buzz to the Rescue...
Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue.
Toy Story.
We can't do the same title as last time. I'm putting an embargo.
Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue 2. Toy Story 2. No. It's got to be... Okay, so we are going to call this one Lightyear, and then a colon, and then it's going to be Zurg of the Past.
Zurg of the Past.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the whole thing is, it's a prequel, but like they used to be friends, and like in the future now they're like enemies.
Oh yeah, Emperor Zurg could be a party member.
Yeah, it's like okay. Have you played Persona 5?
You know, it's funny. I have Persona 5 R. I have not played it yet. I got the Steelbook version, and I've literally never played it. I've played Persona 3 though.
I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but there's one character that like turns evil later on. So it could be that exact situation, but like better written.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What does regular Zurg look like, do we think?
Hot.
He's definitely hot, though, is the thing.
See, that's the thing. He's got this kind of sex appeal.
Yeah.
It's because of the purple.
It's probably because of the purple. Maybe he's like a higher rank than Buzz. So he's got like a Star Command suit, but there's more purple on it.
Yeah. And he's like, okay, maybe he starts out as like a mentor figure, because like maybe they're close. They're not in the same class, but they're like a class apart or whatever. So he starts out as like a mentor figure, and then he gets like, because Buzz like outperforms him or something, so he gets like vengeful. And then and then the accident happens with Warp. I think we could keep that in there still. So
maybe so there was like this commander guy
Zurg,
that was like
Zurg starts collecting like people that Buzz has wronged, like either accidentally or purposefully.
He's just like going like after that, like maybe Buzz is like a new it's like a new hot member of Star Command.
He's got the hot pants and everything.
Yeah, he's this new guy, and Zurg is like teaching him everything he knows, and he's like, one day I really have I see a lot of potential in you. I think that someday you'll be a really good commander. And he's like, man, thanks. And one day he does something that like I'm just realizing this is like an actual cool game that I really want to play, unlike the last time.
Yeah.
So Buzz is like, the one day he finally does manage to pull something off, and he does something really great, and he just like it's all eyes on him now.
Yeah.
So there's less attention on Zurg, and for some reason this shakes him a little bit, and then maybe there's like something in his past that happened that he just really wants people to love and respect him.
Yeah.
And so once he gets to this point after his life was like really great, it's like a Strange Things by Randy Newman moment, but in this game. And he's like, I was on top of the world living high, and now this all of a sudden strange things are happening to me.
Yeah.
And he's like maybe Buzz comes to him and he's like, hey man, you want to do such and such? And he's like, no, it's fine. And he like sulks afterwards. And like you said, every time they go to some sort of thing, maybe there's a guy that's like, that doesn't like something that Buzz did.
Yeah.
And takes it kind of personally. And then
Zurg just starts like collecting these people.
Zurg's like, hey man, he's just kind of like that now. All this popularity's gotten to his head. And he's like, yeah, I'm glad that I'm not the only one that sees it. And then Zurg is like, I'm not like him. If you ever wanted my help, I would never use you for my personal gain. And he starts rounding these people up. There were actually there were these two races in the show that were very that were subservient to Zurg. I don't remember what they were called. There was this one race. They were like these little bug guys. And they talk like this all the time.
Grubs.
Oh, wait, they're grubs. I'll show you a picture of them.
Or like animated grubs.
They're just called grubs. Here's a picture. I really like their design. They're cute.
Yeah, that's a grub. That's a nice design.
They actually look like bugs from A Bug's Life, I think.
They look like bugs from real life bugs.
Yeah. And the other one, I could have just guessed this one. The other one are the brain pods.
Mm-hmm.
So there's kind of like a hierarchy, but like it's only because of race.
Mhm.
I guess Zurg is like I won't go into politics, but it seems like Zurg is a little racist, or maybe these guys he just like shows them, like gives them the jobs that they're best at. I don't know.
Yeah.
So the brain pods are like supposed to be the ones that are studying the stuff that's going on and like developing plans with Zurg. He
Yeah.
usually makes up the plans himself, but they collect information, and they're not always great at it.
Right.
But yeah, and the Grubs guys, they usually just go and grab stuff for Zurg, and they also are in charge of like communication and controlling the ship and stuff
Right.
like that.
So I think they could definitely still keep the same position. So what I'm thinking, I'm thinking of the ending now, because obviously we have to leave the middle like a little squishy, flexible for if anybody who's like, yeah, I think I will make that game. They can insert their own
Oh yeah, of course.
sort of style.
Give
into
us
it.
money though, please.
Yeah,
Please.
we copyright the idea, but the ending. So for the ending, I'm having like an inner turmoil, because obviously it's got to be the big face-off between these two characters who we've watched grow from friends to enemies to like bitter rivals. And the question that I'm having, the problem that I'm having for this one is, do we let Zurg live, or does he die?
Okay, so he's obviously going to be a human in this one, because he's a commander. And in the show, in universe, robots were not allowed to be commanders at first, but eventually they did.
Hold on now, because we've already established that he's a horse in a robot body.
That's right. We haven't said anything about horses or cars. Well, obviously there's going to be a car, because like it'll be just like Mass Effect with their crappy car that like flips over super easily, but this one will be a good car.
Yeah, this one will be like you drive it to the diner, you pull up, you get a shake kind of car.
Yeah. But the horses,
I'm still stuck on this question, because on the one hand, I feel like with the story that we've created with these two characters, you could definitely like redeem Zurg, but I also feel like the path that he's led himself down has made him kind of irredeemable.
Yeah.
So there has to be like I feel like it's like the last choice of the game that it's just gonna tear people apart.
Maybe during the fight, Zurg is about to fall into like a pit of lava or something, and you kind of like Star Wars, I guess. But
he's about to fall into
maybe
the Sarlacc
like
pit, and Boba
he's
Fett is
reaching there. Yeah. I meant more in the fact that he leaves him to die or whatever.
Yeah.
But like maybe he's like reaching for you, like on top of the cool boss platform that you're on.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like reaching for Buzz, and Buzz looks at him, and he's like there's the heat and the brightness from the lava. He's like his eyes are sweating, but he's like also like tearing up a little bit, like, what should I do? I know he's my enemy, and he's put us all in the universe in great danger. Do I dare to redeem him, or maybe he'll like pull me down with him? And you have to decide whether you'll save your old friend who betrayed you, your mentor, or you just leave him to die. But either way, he turns into Zurg in the Emperor Zurg in the end.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of inevitable with a prequel.
Yeah,
but
it'll be just like Mass Effect in that no matter what you do, the end choice literally changes nothing, and everyone will hate it. So,
I guess every game has to have its fault, right?
Yeah, we'll release. Don't worry, guys. We'll release a DLC chapter where you get the true ending, just like in Fallout. Wow, this is like a really good game.
Yeah, I know you got really invested there.
I know. I'm sorry. Like I was watching that movie and I was like, this is this could be like really awesome,
No, you're
but
fine.
it's just not.
You added
So the
like
horse.
you added like a whole nother layer to it.
I did. Yeah, you're right. I really would like to write something like this someday, but it's probably never gonna happen. So yeah, you were talking about a horse.
Yeah, Zurg is
Ooh.
uh-huh.
What if stick with me here.
Okay, I'm with you.
What if when you're fighting him, he's like maybe he has or maybe not when you're fighting him. Maybe just in general, he has like this sort of alien horse that he rides around sometimes on like different planets, depending on how far the walk is.
Okay.
And when Zurg dies, he maybe like half of his brain is lost.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so you know how we said that they took Zurg's consciousness out of his body and they put a horse brain into his like mechanical body? What if the horse that he carries with him has his brain?
Oh, something like that. They have a mind link or something like the LGMs do. What if... Oh, man. Okay, let me hit you with this one.
Okay, hit me with it.
This is going to be... We're reaching all over the place for this one. But, like, I mean, the best artists out there have begged, borrowed, and stealed their way to the top. Have you seen... I'm going back to Spider-Man. This is important. Have you seen Spider-Man 2?
The Raimi one?
The Sam Raimi one, yes.
Yeah.
Remember how the brain chip thing for the octo arms that he had were like it was like having a negative effect with his brain waves and stuff and was like making him do bad things?
Yeah. Are you suggesting the same kind of situation?
So what if this horse thing that he's got, maybe he didn't originally have the horse, but he had it at one point, like when the game starts, like he finds the horse and this is gonna sound completely asinine. What if they get the mind link and they're like, wait, Zurg, I just want to make sure that you're completely certain about this decision. This is an experimental process. Like, we can always we can always disconnect you, but it could lead to some negative side effects. And he's like, I'm going to take my chances for now. It turns out the horse was evil. The horse is behind all of it. Oh. The horse is evil. When he does the mind link every once in a while, like they think in unison, like he picked a really good horse. They think in unison with each other.
That horse just has evil killing thoughts.
Every once in a while, the horse puts like a bad thought into Buzz's head.
Buzz?
And not Buzz's, sorry, Zurg's head. Okay. And Zurg's like, maybe at first Zurg's like, I don't know if I want to do that. I shouldn't be jealous over Buzz. It's like
an outer inner
I'm his mentor. Yes, I'm his.
Ooh.
We're good friends, and I'm his mentor. I would never do that. I appreciate Buzz, but the horse keeps putting those mean thoughts in his head. Oh yeah. And eventually, he gets his way. So at the end, what I was thinking is maybe at the end when
overtakes him.
Yeah, the horse overtakes him. Maybe at the end of the end of the game, to really drive this home, is when he is like killed, quote unquote. They take half of the horse's brain and put it where the missing half of Zurg's brain is, the good part.
Yeah. Okay.
So as part of brain, like this is the only brain that they've got, kind of thing. Right. And now he's fully evil. There's no going back for him.
He's full horse now.
Yes, he's evil. He's half evil horse, half evil man.
Yeah, and then we get into the rest of the story. That's like perfect. We did it, dude.
Wow.
We made a whole new video game.
I literally never thought we could put horses in there, but wow, that's a wow.
Yeah, right? That is the beauty of the horses and the cars in the game.
Yes. Oh, and Buzz gets a good horse, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Ugh. What are we calling this game?
Oh,
I'm so amped right now. This is awesome.
It was Lightyear : Zurg of the Past.
Zurg of the Past. All right, guys. If this game doesn't get made in when's this movie coming out?
2021.
It's June 17th, 2022. If this game isn't made alongside it, or if they don't match their story in some ways with ours without like approaching us or just like if they don't even come close to matching this story, then well.
Yeah, and if they do come close, if we got every part of the movie right, I'm calling my lawyer.
Yes, I'm gonna sue the pants off of Disney.
Yeah,
just like Grandma's gonna sue the pants off of Santa. Mickey the Rat. That's
Ricky
right.
Rat.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
if they don't follow along with this, then you know where to turn. You know where we're gonna be. We're gonna be right here, and we're gonna put them on blast.
Yeah, we're gonna blow up their Twitter feed.
There's literally no other way you could take this story that I would enjoy it.
Exactly. Literally, we've become too invested in this now.
We've become dare I say, the best writers in video game history.
I don't know about that yet, but we are getting there.
We haven't made the game yet, but if we did, we would be the best video game writers of all history.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Well, that's the sequel. And
it is the sequel.
I think that just about wraps up our episode.
So if you folks really liked this episode, if you thought it was funny, or if you were truly entertained, then be sure to follow us on whatever site you're watching this on or listening to this on. It really helps more than you think. It's really encouraging when we get more listens and more listeners all the time. Just with the first episode, like even though we didn't get that many, like every time I saw a new listen, it just really perked me up. So if you want us to keep making these episodes, then keep listening and share with a friend or two. We're trying to kind of spread it word of mouth for now because we don't have the money, but like. If you send it to one person, then that person's eventually maybe going to send it to another person. Or if you send it to two people, at least one of them will send it. You know what I mean? If you're interested in getting any updates on the show, maybe if we put an episode out late or something like that, you can follow us on Twitter at HPG Pod. I also like to share some funny stuff in there. It's usually horse or car related. There's a picture of me on there right now at the mall on a on a horse ride and also on a car ride. I know I didn't get to actually ride them, but I'm at least sitting in the car and it's pretty great. You can't see with my mask on, but I have a big smile on my face. We're also on Facebook, but I don't really post on that very much. You can also follow me at Watchman_5. And I tweet a lot about politics. I don't know if I should as much as I do, but I also say jokes and stuff. And I say, like, sometimes I say behind the scenes stuff about the show. And
if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can catch me at mruzbasin1. That's RUZBASAN. I post mainly a lot of stuff about voice acting, art, just general, lots of stuff.
I would also like to thank at Ochrogasting on Twitter, as well as Matt, for the wonderful art that appears on every episode. I'm still super excited about that. I look at it at least once a day, and it really keeps me going. Other than that, I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Have a happy holidays as well.
Yep, happy holiday. Until next time.
Yeehaw.